Hello there. Yeah, you. Welcome to my first Gorilla Tag kill counts. In my kill counts, we'll be talking about all the victims of our favorite Gorilla Tag movies. I'm Pirate Guy, and the first movie we'll be talking about is Fear Street Part 1, made and directed by Sirexy himself. Yeah, come on, Sirexy! And Monkey GT is here too. Fun fact, I actually acted and filmed this movie myself, which I usually always do for his movies. But let's wrap up the yapping and let's get into the kill counts. But first, here are my latest 10 subscribers. If you want to be on this list, then subscribe! Now let's get into the kill counts. The movie starts off in Shadyside, 1986. We're a group of 6 friends. I don't really know their names, so Rex is gonna say it for me. Yes, Rexy, go ahead.
Their names are Thomas, Dylan, Alex, Jay, Ace, and Gabe.
So they had a long entire day of school, so they decided to go to Barney's house. So they walk into Barney's house, and they decide to start talking about some stupid idea. What's that idea, you may ask? So, I don't really know who made the idea, but someone made the idea that they're gonna go rob a mall.
But what the hell?
And everyone actually agrees to it. So to make this whole plan, and the next day they actually go to the mall to rob it. The next day, they get up early, and they already had their all planned out to rob the mall, so they walk out. But, during the movie, this Creator Fest wasn't open, so just pretend there's like a big space here, alright? So everyone else just is walking to the mall while they let Gabe do his waz. While he's wazzing, all of a sudden he hears a glass breaking. He feels shocked and confused at the same time. He's looking around to see who did it, but there's no time left. The killer pops out with a red gruesome shovel, like he knows what he's doing, like he's done this before. He brings up his shovel and hits Gabe right in the back. Then Gabe turns around and he gets hit right in the skull with his shovel to end off our first victim. Status, name, Gabe, age 17, gender, male, reason of death, hit with a shovel twice. The next setting takes place in the mall that the kids are actually going to rob. Jay gets an idea that we should split up into teams of 3 and 2 so we can get money faster and get out. So Hayes, oh my god! So Hayes, Dylan, and Alex stay on the first floor, while the other 2, Lewis and Jay, go to the second floor. So Hayes, Alex, and Dylan decide to go to Pow's Chicken on the first floor first. So they get their guns ready, and they threaten the cashier to either give him all the money or they're gonna blow his head off.
Hey! Give us all your money or I'll blow your out too.
But plot twist, the cashier actually had a gun in the back waiting for this very moment. And he points the gun at Dylan. Hayes comes in clutch and shoots the cashier right in the eyeball to end off our second kill. Status, name, unknown, but we're just gonna call him cashier for now. Age, 34. I don't know, I just guessed that. Gender, male. Reason of death, eyeball shot. Dylan decides that he's gonna go to the back to get all the money so they can leave. Alex decides to get the body and get it out of here so the cops don't arrest him. But he looks back at Hayes, and Hayes is just gone. He's nowhere to be seen. Alex goes to the back to check on Dylan. Bad choice, Alex. Dylan walks out with his stomach slashed open and his liver fell out of his body. So it turns out that it actually was a stomach, not a liver that fell out of his body. Sorry, I'm not really good at human anatomy, guys. To end off our third kill. Status, name, Dylan, age, 17, gender, male, reason of death, stomach slashed and stomach fell out of his body. For Alex, obviously, he's gonna be scared and he's gonna run away. But behind Dylan was the killer. So Alex is running away, but he was too slow. The killer caught up, and he smashed his head on the corner of a table. Then he put his hands on top of the table, and the killer used his shovel and slashed off both of his hands. Alex is screaming in pain. He's losing blood, so he has to run to go open the door. But how is he going to open the door without any hands? So the killer catches up. He has no time left. Grabs the back of his head and smashes his forehead into the window to end off our fourth kill. Status, Name, Alex. Age, 17. Gender, male. Reason of death, head smashed in the corner of a table, both hands chopped off, and forehead smashed into a window. Bro, this whole movie, I've been calling the purple guy Lewis and not Thomas. Because in the scene that I'm doing the kill count right now in, is Jay called him Lewis instead of Thomas. I don't know if it was an acting issue or I'm just deaf, but his name's Thomas, alright? Meanwhile, Jay and Thomas are upstairs talking about which store they should rob in the second floor, when they all of a sudden hear a gut-wrenching scream.
Somebody please help me!
They think it's Hayes. So Lewis, being the nice guy he is, he wants to go downstairs and help Hayes wherever trouble he's in. But Jay, since he's mean and he's ugly, he doesn't want to help Hayes. So he just goes to rob stores. But Lewis goes downstairs to help Hayes. So does Thorexy. So Lewis just walked at the end of the escalator, but he sees two buildings, House Chicken and Banana Clothing. But being a dumb person in a horror movie he goes to Banana Clothing, and there's literally a blood splatter on the window of House Chicken. So when Thomas is in Banana Clothing, he turns around and sees the killer, but he thinks he's just a friend in disguise. But out of nowhere, the killer pulls out a knife. So Thomas realizes that this isn't a joke anymore. So, being the actual smart person, he runs away under this rack of clothing. He thinks he's safe in here, but out of nowhere, the killer comes in. But Thomas got this. He freaking bitch slaps the killer right in the face, so he has enough time to run to the door to leave. But he gets stopped by the killer. But he could have sworn he was just getting chased by the killer. So he turns around and sees that there's two killers. Then he gets stabbed in the face to end off our fifth kill. Status: name, Thomas. Age, 17. Gender, male. Reason of death, stabbed in the face by a knife. Meanwhile, Jay is looking for a place to rob, but there's no stores. So he goes to the balcony of the wall. And then it was left off as a cliffhanger. In total, there was 5 kills in the movie. First victim was Gabe. Second victim was the cashier. Third victim was Dylan. Fourth victim was Alex. And the 5th victim was Thomas.
Let me take a stage. I'll give the Golden Gorilla School award for the first kill to Alex.
Because he had like so much going on inside his kill. I mean, he got his forehead smashed in the corner of a table. He got both his hands chopped off. Then he got his forehead smashed into a window.
Then I will give the dull razor
But what the hell, boy?
to the cashier
Because he's a good character, and he only said like one line in the entire movie. I mean, yes, he did get shot in the eye. It's kind of a cool kill, kind of gruesome, but still, it wasn't really that good because he was a side character. This has been Fear Street Part 1 Kill Count. Tune in for a couple of weeks for Fear Street Part 2 Kill Count. This has been Pirate Guy, and see you next time.